lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be running through my early morning routine with a 5-month-old baby and my 5-year-old. This is something that I found really daunting when I was pregnant, just wondering how difficult the mornings might be with a baby in tow. But now at 5 months we've really settled into our routine and we feel that most of the time this is working really well for us. So my alarm will go off at 6, which is when my husband gets up to get ready for work. It really is 50-50 whether my baby's still asleep at this time. On this day he was already awake, so I got him out of his crib and gave him his first morning feed. I'll then get up and change Kylan's nappy, and around this time is usually when my 5-year-old also wakes up. He usually wakes up in our bed because in the early hours of the morning he does like to walk across the landing and come to snuggle in our bed with us. I don't really have a problem with this. I just think one day he'll be all grown up and not want to snuggle at all, so I just kind of roll with it and let him be. He'll just lay in bed and have a little waking up moment whilst I'm in the nursery with the baby. I find it easiest to just straight away put Kylan's outfit for the day on at this stage. He quite likes to have a little teether toy or something to play with whilst I'm getting him changed. So now baby boy is all ready for the day ahead, and it's still super early, so that's 1 down and 1 to go. Usually then Rudy is hungry for breakfast, so it's time to go downstairs and make that. If Kylan is happy and settled, I'll pop on the star projector and give him a teether toy. Usually he's very happy to just grab his own feet and babble and watch the stars, and I can see him on the monitor, so I know he's safe and happy. If he is a little bit more unsettled, we'll bring him down and pop him in his baby swing to watch us in the kitchen. The most fancy it gets in this house is banana porridge, which is what we made on this day. Rudy absolutely loves this, and he loves squeezing the honey on the top at the end. At the same time, I do make my coffee, which is an absolute necessity and a non-negotiable at this stage of my life to even just function in the mornings. If we're not doing porridge, then we're usually just having cereals of some sort. We probably use a little bit too much honey than we're supposed to, but he does love this part, it's his favourite bit. Rudy then eats his porridge in bed. We usually stick the TV on and just put one of his favourite little programmes on. And when he's finished, we all just again have another little snuggle, and it's a nice time for him to talk to me about any questions that he has about his day, or sometimes he likes to tell me about his dreams that he's had as well. We then tend to stick to the same order each day of me getting up. I'll wash my face, do my skincare routine and get my clothes on, and then it's Rudy's turn. So we all go into Rudy's bedroom with him. With Rudy, if we didn't go into the bedroom with him, he would just get so distracted. So if I'm in the room with him, I can just keep him focused. I'll pop Kylan into his little bouncer seat, and this is why I just find it so handy to have these little bouncers and swings kind of dotted around the house. This one's really easy and portable. I did include it in my baby items I'd recommend. Rudy is now at an age where he's quite capable of getting on with brushing his teeth himself, so I can leave him to do that whilst I then go and sort the baby out. So sometimes that might be another nappy change, or if he's still okay, it might be that he needs to go to sleep. On this morning he did need to go for a sleep before we left the house, so I just got him into the buggy early and rocked him for a few minutes until he fell asleep. I then wanted to use that opportunity to have a little read of Rudy's reading book with him. Then it's time to all start getting our shoes on. Usually I'll go first. I'll get both of our coats out and hats and gloves if it's a cold day. Rudy usually has a million things to talk about at this stage. We also have a little piece of paper stuck on the back of the door that reminds us what we need to take on which day. So it encourages Rudy to take a little bit of accountability for what he needs on any given day. At this stage, baby Kylan was still asleep in his buggy, but if he wasn't already asleep, I'd just encourage him to just kind of lay there in the buggy still whilst we're at this stage. Then we can just do our last minute checks that we've got everything we need. I find it really useful to set little alarms throughout the morning, so I'll have an alarm that tells us it's time to go downstairs. I have an alarm 10 minutes before we're supposed to leave the house, and these just really help to keep everything running kind of on time, and it means that by 8:30 we are ready to leave the house. I hope this has been helpful in some way for anybody who is thinking about how they might manage the getting ready before the school run in the morning if they're on their own. I hope this has shed a little bit of light or given you some ideas on how that might look, and I will catch up with you all very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.